Hello friends, it's Julie, and today we are going to talk about reasons why postcards reselling may not be for you, and why you might end up hating selling and switch to something else. The reason why I'm talking to you about this is because I've been hearing things about a lot more people are selling postcards, and that might be due in part to people like me on YouTube telling people how postcard selling is going and inspires other people. So now there's more postcard sellers, more competition. But there's going to be some of you guys who are inspired about postcards and you're not going to last in the business. And these are some of the reasons why. The first one is the low sell-through rate on postcards. They're long tail items. So it's about a 4% average sell-through rate. Yep, 4%. Low. So how do you even make money on this? It's by volume of items. It wasn't until I had about 3,000 to 4,000 listed that I saw sales every day. So that is one of the main reasons why this might not be for you, because you're not going to make your money back the first day, first week, first month. It's going to take a while. So it builds. And you have to be consistent and keep going with your business even if you don't see sales. And along with that, the next reason that postcard reselling might not be for you is that you're going to need a storefront. There are a lot of sellers who are part-time or full-time that get by with the set listings that you get for free on eBay without having a store. But since you need to have thousands of postcards listed to make anything, you're going to need a storefront. And that is an added expense on top of already not making your money back right away, because you're going to need to invest in your inventory. Here back behind me are some of my containers of postcards, and so you're going to need to have sleeves and mailers and everything and you're not going to make your money back probably for maybe a couple months. Depends on how fast you list, though. Now, another reason is postcards are very niche, or do you say niche? I know people do it both ways, but very niche thing. So you're going to have a limited amount of audience. Yes, postcards are very collectible. There's tons and tons of people in the world who collect them. But if you only sell postcards, you're only going to get people who want postcards or stumble across something like accidentally. But majority of your people are going to be postcard collectors or historians or what not there. And they're going to probably be older. So you're going to be dealing with that kind of an audience. And I did address this a little bit in my recent What Sold video, saying that I have actually been listing things that aren't postcards to help me get through this downturn, which is okay. I mean, it's still ephemera. Most of it's still ephemera anyways. And now that you have your inventory, the next reason why you might not like this is because you're going to have to sort those postcards. Here's one of my boxes that I've been sorting, and this is maybe 500-600 postcards. So this takes time too. It takes time to sort through, because what you're probably going to be doing is getting large lots of postcards in the beginning, so you have that inventory, and you're going to be buying them in 500, 1,000, and then you get them home, and what are you going to do with them? So you have to have a game plan right away to how are you going to sort these out and figure out what you have. And that goes along with the next one, which is that you're going to have to be organized. You're going to need to know where that postcard is when it sells. If you look behind me, that's just some of the postcards I've listed. I have more over there. And I need to know how to find it within seconds, maybe a minute or two if I lost it. Now, also, it's very frustrating if you misfile a postcard or you can't find it, and sometimes that happens. They get misplaced or I mislabel it or something. So you need to have a good organizational method when you start out to be able to find your postcard, and that can be very frustrating for somebody, because if you sell like plush toys, all you have to do is like look through your bins and find until you find it, and you're not going to have thousands and thousands to go through. Right now I have about 8,600 listed, and if I had to go through every one of those to find that one last postcard, sometimes, even if it's under $10, I might just cut my losses and say, sorry, I can't find it. I would hate to do it, but if I really, really can't find it, that's what I have to do. So that is a frustrating morning if I can't find my postcard. Yeah, I've been there a few times. How about you? Another reason why postcard reselling might not be for you is that you will have to do research on your postcards, especially in the beginning, because you want to make sure that you are pricing them correctly. So you're going to need to do searches, find out ways to find values, and there's some postcards that are difficult to find out a lot of information on. When you first start out, you're going to find that you spend a lot of time researching, more time than you think. And you're just dealing with these little slips of paper. And you might feel like you put in a good day's work, but then your work consists of a stack this size. Okay. And related to that is the next reason postcard selling might not be for you, and that is pricing is really difficult. It's probably the question that I get the most from viewers and from watchers. So you can have this one postcard, and this postcard could be sold from somebody that says I want $20 for this. And you can find somebody who wants $10 for this, the same exact postcard. And then you can find somebody who's selling it for $1 at auction, all being sold at the same time. And you also might find somebody who's selling a whole series of these together. And so then how do you figure out what are you going to price this one at when the comps are all over the place? The prices are all over the place. The sold prices are all over the place. How do you figure out how you want to price it? Do you want to price it high so you get the most amount you can, which will also mean it's going to sit there for a little bit longer? Or do you want to sell it low, get less price per card, but then flip it faster? Some people just go through and do the middle, and it really depends. And then what if you can't find anything about this card at all, and you're like, I don't know how to price this. I don't want to price it too low, because what if this is $1,000 card? But what if it isn't, and I price it at $500 and it's really worth $10? So there's pricing is probably one of the more difficult things for people. It really comes down to your philosophy on what you're going to come up with on how you sell postcards. And that's something you will also have to develop too, which you may not know in the beginning, but as you go through it, you'll get into how you like to do them, if you get into it. Now, I mentioned in the last reason about $1 auction postcards, and that brings us to the next reason why postcard selling may not be for you, because there is what we call a race to the bottom. Okay, so let's say this real photo postcard is let's say the value on it is $20. So it's listed for $20. Now somebody's going to go along and say, I wouldn't mind undercutting that price. I'm going to ask $15 for it, so mine will sell faster than that one. And then another person's going to come along and see, oh, the last one I saw sold for $15. I'm going to just be happy with $10. So and on it goes until this $20 postcard is now worth $5 or something. That's just an example. So, and then there are people who sell at auction starting at even 25 cents, $1. I don't know really how they make their money, but they put all of their postcards at auction for really cheap. So they're competing against you if you're using the eBay platform. And so you're going to have people that undercut you, and you're also going to get lowball offers if you put the offers on. Now, I'm going to recommend that you don't put offers on anything lower than $10, maybe even $20. Say you list this for $10 and you put offers on it. Somebody's going to say, would you take $2 for that? And the last reason I'm going to share with you about why postcard selling may not be for you is that you're going to be very sedentary. You're going to be sitting a lot because you can do just about everything from a seated position, which to me is a benefit because I've got several chronic illnesses. But you're going to need to be mindful of making sure you're healthy, exercising, moving around, eating the right things, because you're going to be sitting around a lot, sorting, researching, listing, and you can all do that basically sitting down. All I have to do is just push my chair across my office here from my desk to here, and I can pull my stuff out still seated in my chair. You're not going to be running the length of your basement or your storage unit to find stuff because it's all going to be in a small area. So you're not going to get your steps in by doing this, so you have to be really mindful of your health too. Okay, so those are my thoughts on this. So let me know what you think. Does this dissuade you from selling postcards, or does it encourage you? And if you are a postcard seller, what other reasons did I miss that you don't like about postcard selling? Thanks so much for watching. Have a joyful day. Goodbye.